third annual Orange Shirt Day game. Time flies indeed. How special is it going to be this year?
Oh, it's going to be great. We've got a few new things, new wrinkles this year that we're very excited about. Obviously, one of the things we always give out is the 10,000 T-shirts, but this year we were given permission and a gift of the languages of both the Squamish and Hunkaminam, which is the language of the Tsleil-Waututh and the Musqueam. And so on our giveaways this year, you'll have the translations of mountain lion on the T-shirts, which is really cool. We're going to have some audio file or video files for our fans to be able to know how to pronounce this properly online. So I think it's a really cool addition to this year's T-shirt.
And then sport is ceremony. Expand on that theme.
Yeah, well, I think in talking to our Orange Shirt Day committee and our friends in the Indigenous community, understanding that the government of Canada came in at one point and it was illegal for them to gather in ceremony. And a good example of that, or rather a bad example of that, is the potlatch ban. So that was a ceremony that they had on the northwest coast for many reasons. They held that ceremony, and the Indigenous community did, and they were forbidden to do that. So one of the ways they were able to gather was through sport. And so we're going to showcase the sport of canoe racing, and we have a really great video that will show and tell that story a little bit about how sport became a way that the Indigenous people could continue to gather in ceremony and celebration.
With 10,000 T-shirts like we talked about. We saw Dane Evans as our model. Warm-up jerseys, I believe that's a CFL initiative, and a chance to auction those off to the Orange Shirt Society. How did that one come about? Yeah,
so not only the Orange Shirt Society, we're going to also give proceeds to the Indian Residential School Survivors Society, those two organizations. And that came about as an initiative from the CFL. So league-wide, all the teams are going to be wearing a warm-up jersey for Orange Shirt Day. And so each team will auction them off or raffle them off in some way to support their local Indigenous community. In our case, we're going to support those two organizations that you mentioned. So for our fans, the way that they can enter is by purchasing a 50-50 ticket. That's the easiest way. They just have to opt into the sweepstakes, saying, yes, I want to participate in the sweepstakes. They'll be notified by cell phone if they're a winner, and they'll have a 1 in 40 chance to win one of those autographed warm-up jerseys. So that'll be a really cool initiative for the game this year, and we're very excited about that.
And then I guess anything else you want to add, but lastly, some exciting entertainment involved this time.
Yeah, The Hallucination is coming in, and they're a Canadian Indigenous group, that blends, hip-hop and reggae and First Nations chanting and drumming, and they're going to put on a great show at halftime for all the fans, so we're very excited to have them performing. We're real excited. We have 28 Indigenous vendors coming out on the concourse during the game. They'll be showcasing their products and their goods, so our fans can show their support by going out and purchasing something.